Cool. Let me refresh. Got you. I see you.
I am live.
Let me pull it up.
Oh, I can hear myself over there.
Whoa. Weird. I'm gonna mute the phone for.
Cool. Can't hear you. It's working though. You can hear me, right? Can you hear me back here? This is my normal talking voice. Cool.
Okay, I can hear you well. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're good there.
Renee said to just keep that one going so she can post that.
Okay, that sounds good. Do we need to say something about the music or some shit?
Renee has the Spotify link.
Okay.
Oh, you mean for YouTube?
As far as like for YouTube, so they don't say something about like our.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, last time when they cut that out, I literally had not even started the music yet, so it must have just like thought it heard something,
even that.
And it didn't. It didn't disconnect when I had started the music. I keep it pretty quiet, like just so I can.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and then you'll just have us play along.
Yeah, right.
Which works out well. Yeah, never mind then. You're right. If you hadn't even played anything.
Yeah, I think that was just a weird glitch.
Okay. And then for the Facebook one, I haven't been a part of the start of them yet. How do you do that? Do you go live personally and then like link it to p.o.m.e, or how does that work?
No, Renee added me on p.o.m.e.
Oh, that's right. Yep, we should have given you admin privileges on there. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like you should be able to do that, but I don't know how.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's what it's probably do. So you just go to our main page and then hit create live. Is that where you go?
Yeah. Last time I did it in the actual event, but that was not preferable. So Renee said to do it on the actual page this time.
I think that makes it easier, just so when people hop on our page, they see it and don't have to look for the event.
Right.
I think it saves one step or so.
Yeah, I agree. I think it also then notifies your followers.
Ah, that makes sense as well. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, it pops up in your little notifications like p.o.m.e is now live.
Right. Yeah, I'll probably wait like, a few more minutes. Yeah, just a couple more minutes before I do that, but I'll start that in a minute too. Should be fine.
That sounds good. I mean, in that, we haven't had any issues with the sound or anything on that, so I assume we'll be good there.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. All right, well, thank you. We'll see you in a few then.
Thank you, Jeremy.
All right, bye.
Bye. Hi, Renee. Renee, if you can hear me, does that mean Priscilla can hear me? Is that the we? Yeah. Hey, Squilly. um, cool. Welcome. You will need a block. I'm gonna probably say this like 50 times, and it's probably like just Priscilla and Renee listening right now, but I'm gonna say it a million times as people join us. You will need a block. Um, if you don't have a block, don't worry. You're at home, so you can use like anything. You can use a really thick book, you can use a pillow, you can use a folded up blanket. Harry Potter books, I think, work particularly well. Okay, I want to do a test, Renee. Can you help me? I want you to tell me which leg is which in your video. What does this leg look like? My right or my left leg? Oh no, did she go? Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. I think it's different for YouTube and Facebook Live. I think that Facebook inverts it and YouTube does not. Okay, whenever people join in, cool, thanks, Renee. Whenever people join in, let us know you're here in the chat so that I know I'm not speaking into the void. Cool. Cool. Thank you, Jeremy. The Spotify playlist just got thrown in the Facebook Live chat. It's okay, Doris. We haven't even started yet. Hi, dear. Yeah, we're still waiting. We're still waiting for everybody to join. We'll probably start in like 5 minutes. Everybody will need a block. Like these. If you do not have a block, you can use a pillow, you can fold up a blanket, you can use a thick book. You get to pick. How are you all feeling today? That's an actual question. I would love to hear your answers in the chat without overthinking it. Just like, what are you feeling right now? Thank you for sharing. It's a beautiful day here in Seattle also. Lots of sunshine today. Yeah, full moon days are often full of emotions. You're in good company. If you haven't got the playlist, it's in the chat. It's also in the event, posted in the event, but there's a Spotify link in the chat. You should get it. Just one more tool to connect us all right now. I can't see on this version of live Facebook, I can't see who is watching and who has joined. So thanks, Jeremy. Jeremy posted the Spotify playlist again. So yeah, if you haven't commented, if you have joined, please let me know if you're here. We're gonna get started in a few minutes still. Hmm. Okay, Facebook. Oh, maybe it's working. No, Facebook. Okay, Facebook, if you can hear me, YouTube, you guys are doing great. You stay where you're at. Facebook, I need to end the live stream and I'm going to restart it because it glitched out. So I'm going to try it again. Okay, love you. Okay, I did it again. It's live. Now people just have to join it. Now people have to re-comment if they're here in this new live, even if you commented in the last one. So otherwise, I don't know you're here. We're almost ready, guys, I promise. Just a couple more minutes. Full moon takes her time. Okay, everybody, take a moment to put your phones on silent, put your computers on silent, or on do not disturb, not silent, because you still gotta hear me. Um, but yeah, like we're all at home, we're all in our home. Like when we go to yoga class out in the real world, we put our phones in a cubby and walk into a different room. So just do your best to like create that space for yourself here. Um, and make sure that as much as you can, like all of your distractions that you know might come up are already taken care of. If you have any type of smudging that you do in your home, take a moment to do this while I sit here talking at you for a moment. One of the reasons or like ideas that we try to cultivate around these full moon rituals is that nature exists in cycles and in patterns, and we're really acknowledging that we're a part of that. Like nobody operates at 110% the whole time. We naturally go through phases that help balance ourselves. And especially this full moon in Libra is really about balancing seemingly opposite things. So when we think about creating a ritual for ourselves to help propel us forward into a new season or a new chapter or a new month, we want to work with those seasons and those chapters and those shifts of energy. And even something small like setting up your space, like smudging your space and making it feel special and sacred can help channel that energy to create more momentum with it. So yeah, take a moment, make your clear your space, make it feel settled and right, whatever that means for you, where you are. Don't rush it. Take your time. We'll be here. Yeah, if you do not have a block, make sure you have a block or something that you can use in lieu of a block, like a pillow, a folded up blanket. Harry Potter books are like the perfect size for it. Highly recommend. Yeah. And then once you've done all of those things, you can get ready to start the playlist. We'll try to start it at the same time. I really love the idea of us all using the same playlist in our different spaces. It's just adding one more layer of connection to the experience that we're all going to be sharing here in this class for the next hour. So yeah. Find a comfortable seat. I would encourage you to sit on a block because we're going to be seated at the beginning here for a minute. We're going to be doing an opening pranayama breath work. We're going to be doing a little bit of eyes closed meditation. And then we'll get moving here. So find your playlist. Everybody ready? Cool. Okay. Make sure it's not on shuffle. Sometimes I accidentally leave my phone on shuffle. Okay. I'm going to actually double check mine. Make sure it's not. Cool. Okay. We're going to do it on go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Find your seat. Make your music loud enough that it like fills your space a little bit so you feel a little held by it, but obviously not so loud that you can't hear me. Take a deep breath in through your nose Big inhale, open your mouth, exhale it out. 2 more, big breath in. Exhale, sigh. 1 more, all together, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Keep your eyes closed, just listen. And let your attention settle on your breath. Not trying to change it yet, just observing. Letting your body soften around the breath. Feeling your breath kind of support the heart, giving it that little bit of lift underneath. So when we meet together for a full moon ritual flow, like what we're doing tonight, we are tuning into these natural rhythms around us that surround us and guide our seasons, our environment every day. But we are deciding to work with them. And even beyond your individual decision to work with them, we are deciding as a group to work with them. So that ebb and flow of energy, that pattern that nature works with, we are also working with it. And that adds momentum and that creates greater rises. And then when we work together as a group, so it's not just our own intention that we're joining with it, it's all of ours together, that momentum is exponentially compounded. So let your breath grow a little bit in the sense of that power. Just a little bit bigger on your inhale. Hold the chest a little higher and then exhale, empty all the way down. Deep breath in. So now we're growing breath in both directions, inhales and exhales. Not too much, not forceful, just like nudging the edges of your breath outward. And even though we're not physically in the same room, can you take a moment here at the start of class with eyes closed to send your breath outward to somebody else taking this class? Even if you don't know them, you can send it to me too. I count. Take a couple more breaths. Really focus. Like, what kind of support do you want to send with your breath out into the world to other humans who have a similar intention as you do in this moment? And now, after you've sent that outward, take a moment to receive, knowing that other people taking this class were just sending positive energy in your direction. That you have the support of people you cannot see. And that this invisible web of connections is always with us, whether or not it's obvious in the moment or not. In this deep moment of collective pressure that we all find ourselves in, may we find a moment of collective release as well. So let the collective nature of this moment add to that natural momentum and rhythm. It allows for greater heights. Just gonna take a few more breaths here. Let yourself settle. Slowly inhale, lift yourself up, and we're going to come to a seated hero's pose. So I encourage support with a block behind you, between your feet, knees forward, feet back. We're going to start with some neck and shoulder stretches. So I think depending on what video you are watching, my rights and lefts might be different. That's okay. Just make sure you get both sides. We're going to all do our best. So inhale your right arm high. Take it to the left side of your head and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Left shoulder is heavy down. The hand is really not actively pulling. You're just adding some weight to the head, just a little bit of pressure. Your inhale still lifts your heart up, shoulder blades down the back. Deep inhale. Exhale, drop your chin at an angle, just a couple inches down, still head tilted towards the right. Hand is still on the head, just encouraging it down. Exhale, release the chin to chest, release the arm by your side. Inhale, lift the chin, and we'll take the other side. Left arm high, deep breath. Exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. Both shoulders really want to creep up here. Let them soften down and let your heart lift up with your breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, drop it a couple inches forward. Deep breath. Exhale, release, chin to chest. On your inhale, you'll roll the head to the right. Nice and slow. Your inhale takes you to the top of the turn, so you gaze up. Your exhale will take you back down around. One more. Inhale. Exhale. This time when you get chin to chest, you'll take the opposite direction. Inhale. Exhale on your way down. Nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chin. Now we'll open the shoulders here. So take the right arm forward, and you're gonna reach forward, like you're reaching in front of you, and then hug the shoulder blade down the back, like you're plugging this arm into the shoulder socket. We'll do that one more time. Reach forward, and then hug the shoulder blade down the back. This time, palm faces up, bend the elbows, the hand goes to the top of the shoulder, left hand to the elbow here, inhale to lift up. And breathe. Soften your gaze and look inward with your breath. So I think the natural thing we do here is the chest goes out, the ribs go out. Try and draw the low ribs in and lift up through the heart. Exhale, release. We'll take the other side. So left arm forward, reach forward, plug the arm in, shoulder blade down the back. One more time, reach forward, plug it in, shoulder blade down the back. Bend the elbow, right hand to the left elbow, inhale to lift up. Breathe. Exhale, release. Inhale to come up, come forward, find hands and knees, table pose. Shoulders are right over your wrists, hips are right over your knees. Take a moment to set up your hands. So spread your fingers really wide, claw the ground with your fingertips like you're trying to like pull up your mat without actually lifting your palms. And then we'll move into cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl and round. Take 3 more and really let your breath guide it. Like the breath is where we get that natural momentum from. That's where we tune in with our own natural rhythms. So let it initiate movement more than like the thoughts in your brain. Now there's going to be some options throughout class. If we're in down dog and that's too much, you always can come back here. And that goes for right now too. You can stay here. Or take your knees about 6 inches back and curl your toes under. Squeeze the inner thighs, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So downward dog looks like a resting pose, and it is not. It's really active. So again, you can claw the ground with your fingertips here, like you're trying to squish up your mat. Press down through the hands, lift up through the sit bones, and back through the thighs. So you're really lifting in all, or like extending rather, in all 3 points. You're pressing forward through the hands, lifting up through the sit bones, back through the hips, and down through the legs. Keep breathing. And notice if any of your joints want to lock. Elbows, knees, keep a little softness. Now you can stay in down dog. You can come back to cat-cows in your hands and knees. Or we're going to take cat-cow variation in your down dog. So on your inhale, lift the hips and round through the spine. Shift forward, top of a plank. And on your exhale, you'll bend the knees, draw the hips back to your down dog. Inhale, ripple forward like a wave through your spine. And then exhale, down dog. 3 more. Inhale, follow your breath. Exhale. Again, if that's too much, you come back to hands and knees, you're right here. We'll all meet in a still downward facing dog. And slowly, with your knees bent, step, walk, make your way forward to the front of your mat. Knees are nice and soft, hands to your thighs, inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. 2 more like that, inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Let your breath lead it. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. This time, come all the way up. Big breath. Inhale. Arms reach high over your head. Exhale, hands through your heart and by your side. Find your block. Or again, if you don't have a block, something that can act as a block. Goes all the way to your upper inner thighs. Squeeze the block. So the squeezing of the block really helps the inner thighs go back behind you. So as you squeeze the block, like the block should push back behind you a little bit. Really subtle. Or just squeeze. If that's too much, like just squeeze the block. That's fine. So we're going to see some recurring side bends throughout our flow for class. And I really want us to think about how the grounding and strength of your legs is really helpful for those side bends. You don't know if you're going to be able, oh, this is so funny walking with this block. I want you to be able to see the whole side bend. So we're going to bend the knees a little bit, like a little mini chair pose, not too much, just enough so you can squeeze the block and start to feel the muscles of the legs. Then press into your heels and just before the knees lock, like just before left knees. So almost totally straight legs. We're here. Inhale, lift the arms. Side bend to the right. Deep breath in. Exhale, side bend. Keep squeezing your block here, and you have that softness in your knees. So the strength of your legs is anchoring you down. From your side bend, lift, inhale through your heart, and go a little deeper. Inhale back through center. Take a moment. Make sure you have your block. Knees are still just not locked, like pressing into the ground so you can still feel you're strong. Exhale to the other side. And notice like you can feel the block moving around. That's like the muscles in your legs disconnecting a little bit usually. So re-engage. Squeeze the block. Keep it really steady. Inhale, lift through the heart. Inhale, come back through center. Nice job, guys. You can drop the block. Let it go. Take the hands, interlace them behind your low back. This is another thing that we're going to see again and again. So this first time I'm going to go a little bit slower. Knees are soft, not locked. And then generally, like, this is what most of us want to do. Like, turn the elbows out, lock them out. We're going to work against that tendency. Soften the elbows and really open from the heart. So it's less the shoulder moving in the shoulder head and more these muscles across the front of the chest. So heels of the hands are squeezed together here behind your back. Elbows are soft. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, fold in. And then recheck in with all of those things. Heart opens. Elbows are soft. Wrists are squeezed together. Exhale, fold in. Release the crown of the head down. Exhale, release your hands, and we'll enter our flow here. So inhale, halfway up. I'm going to turn this down so you can see me again. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Place your hands. Your right foot will stay forward. Left foot will step back. Lower the knee down. Inhale, lift the arms. Anjaneyasana, grounded crescent pose. So we're going to repeat this flow a few times. We're going to take the first time through pretty slow. So knees are hips width apart. Ankles are in line with your knees. Here it's right underneath, maybe a little behind. Inhale, the arms are high. And we're going to take the side bend here to the right. So towards the leg that's in front of us, that same side. Try and remember that block between your inner thighs. So inner thighs are hugging together. Legs are really strong. Lift through the heart and side bend to the right. Inhale back through center. Hands will come down and we'll come into a modified side plank. So left hand on the ground, left knee on the ground, right foot steps to the back of the mat. And here we have that same crescent side shape that we made at the front of the mat, just with the knee underneath. So again, legs are really strong. Lift up through the hips here, and then extend the heart forward, just like we did at the front of the mat. Exhale, hands come down. Take cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl and round. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Now from hands and knees, you take your right leg straight out to the right. Toes point forward. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, lower it down, lower the heart down. 5 breaths this first round. Can you feel your breath growing as you start to move the body? Inhale, lift yourself back up. Bend the right knee and step your foot forward for half splits. So hips are over your left knee. Right leg extends, right toes pull towards your face. Inhale through your heart. Exhale, fold. 5 breaths this first round. Inhale to lift yourself up, so you bend into that knee. Bring both hands to the left side of your mat, and you'll lift the back leg, both legs straight. Now, turn the toes to face out, heels in, bend your knees, drop your seat, inhale, goddess pose. We're gonna take some lion's breath here. So bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, both arms high, shoulder blades down your back, open mouth, exhale, tongue out. Yeah, do it at home. I'm doing it alone at home. You have to do it with me. Hands to the heart. Inhale, big breath. Shoulder blades down the back, open the mouth, tongue out. One more. Big breath in. This time, inhale, straighten the legs. Nice job. Turn the toes in, soft knees, fold forward, exhale. You can take an inhale halfway up to set yourself here, and then take 3 full breaths. Really let the crown of the head soften. Inhale, lift yourself halfway up, and walk your hands towards the left foot. So this is a circular flow. That means we work the left side the opposite direction. So last pose first, Ardha Hanumanasana. Little softness in your knee, press through the heel, exhale, fold. 5 breaths this first time. Inhale, lift your heart. Left leg goes straight out to the left for your hip opener. I'm going to do it this way so you can see it. My cat decided to join. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, place it down and fold the heart down. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Hands and knees, table pose, facing the back of your mat. Take 2 cat-cows. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Shift the weight to your right hand. Left foot steps to the back of the mat for your modified side plank. Feel the legs lift up. Heart lifts and extends. And then nice and slow. However you need to. If you can lift the left leg here, that's great. Slowly step the knee to the front of the mat. Place the foot down for grounded crescent pose. So nice and square. Hips are facing the same direction. Ankle is in line with knee, is in line with hip. This hip is in line with this knee, is in line with this ankle. Inhale, the arms high. Now hug the inner thighs together. Make your legs super strong. Remember how we press down into the floor? Lift up through the heart, through the arms, side bend to the left. Inhale, back through center. Lower the hands down. Big step forward to your new forward front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Deep breath. Arms to the sky. Hands to the heart. And by your side. So with no block this time, find that little mini chair pose, mini fierce pose, not too much. And then take the hands to the outer thighs and press the knees open into your hands. Like I'm just doing that movement to exaggerate it for you. You shouldn't actually see any movement. So hips width, that's where your knees are, that's where your ankles are. Add a little action to the outer legs and you should feel the glutes turn on here. So we're back at the front of the mat. You never left, I just did. From here, straighten the legs almost all the way. Arms high, side bend to the right. Just one breath. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Left foot steps to the back of the mat. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, both arms up. Side bend to the right. Pause, breathe. Let your inhale lift you back up, and your exhale lowers the hands down. Side plank, modified. Left palm plants, right foot steps to the back of the mat. Inhale the right arm high, up and over. So you create that really long crescent line. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the hands, lower the knees, cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. Just the one this time. Then right foot steps straight out to the side for your hip opener. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, lower it down, lower the heart. 3 breaths. Inhale, lift your heart. Bring the knee in, step the foot forward, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 3 breaths. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Lift off of your back knee, and you'll turn towards the left edge of your mat for your goddess pose. I'm going to turn to face you, heels out, toes in. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the heart. And we'll take our 3 lion's breaths here. So hands to the heart. Inhale, reach high. Open the arms, shoulder blades down the back. 2 more. This time, inhale, press through the feet, straighten the legs. Toes will turn in, and exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift yourself halfway up. Walk your hands towards your left foot and come into your Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift through the heart. Bend the knee, step it out to the side, straight out. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, lower the heart down. Inhale, lift yourself up. Modified side plank, shift to the right. Left leg steps to the back of the mat. Left arm high, up and over. Nice and slow. So if you need more support, you can turn down already and step the left foot forward. That's fine. If you have a little more space, a little more strength in the leg, you lift it from here, bend the knee towards your chest, and you step it all the way forward to your grounded crescent pose. Inhale the arms high, strong legs press down into the ground, side bend to the left. Inhale lifts you back up. Exhale, lower the hands down. Big step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. This time you're going to pause here. You can reach for opposite elbows. Back of the neck releases. Crown of the head hangs. Give yourself just a few breaths. So we're mid-wash cycle now. We have a couple more rounds of this. We're going to keep it at a quicker pace, but you let your breath guide you. And take a moment here while we're paused to kind of assess your energy level. You're going to have the option to lift up this flow into a little bit of a higher energy form, or if you want to keep it exactly where it is and just let that energy flow with your breath, you stay right there. I think home practice through video live stream has a particularly great opportunity to really seize this practice as your own. You don't have anybody else watching you, anybody else to compare yourself to. Release your hands at the front of your mat. Lift yourself halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. And you'll take your side bends right from here. So strong legs. Feel that softness in the knees. Side bend to the right. Big breath in, back through center. Side bend to the left. Big breath in, back through center. Hands will interlace behind your low back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Release your hands down. Inhale, halfway up. Right foot stays forward, left foot steps back. You can take crescent pose if you want more heat. Inhale, lift the arms. Side bend to the right. Inhale, back through center. Side plank, modified or not. So left hand plants down. If you're lifted, you can take your right foot all the way back. Otherwise, you come back here where we were before. Now you choose hands and knees to your cat-cow, or you take those down dog variations of cat-cow here. So roll the heart forward. Exhale, bend the knees back. Just 2 rounds. Inhale. Now from hands and knees, you take the right foot, you step it straight out to the right. So you're here. Exhale, let the heart lower. And just give yourself a moment, then inhale, lift back up, and step the foot forward to your half splits. Inhale, exhale. So let the momentum of the flow create the space. Inhale to come back up. And you'll lift the back knee, walk the hands towards the left of the edge of the mat, and find your goddess pose. So heels out, toes out, heels in. Inhale, lift the heart. Hands to the heart. Inhale, 3 rounds of lion's breath. Shoulder blades down the back. Inhale to straighten the legs. Toes turn forward. Exhale, fold. Soften the back of the neck. And remind yourself that your breath is bigger. Like your breath can take up enough space to manage whatever it is. Inhale, lift yourself halfway up. Walk your hands towards the left. You have your half splits here. Extend the leg forward, knees soft. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. 3 breaths. Inhale, lift yourself up. I'm just turning my body because I don't have the space and I want you to see, but the left foot goes straight out to the left for your hip opener. Soften the heart down. Inhale, lift yourself up. Now you choose hands and knees. Whatever you did on the other side, you'll repeat here. So you can take hands and knees, 2 rounds of cat-cow, or from your down dog, you inhale, roll forward. Exhale, soft knees back. And if you're lifted here, you come into your side plank without lowering the knees down at all. So, right palm plants, outer edge of the right foot, left arm lifts, or from your hands and knees, you come here. Now, especially if you're in your lifted, you're gonna lift the left foot from here, nice and slow, step the left foot forward to your crescent pose or grounded with the knee down. Inhale, both arms high, side bend to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, the arms down, big step forward. Halfway up, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms high. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Take the legs wide, facing whatever way is easiest for you. So toes straight forward usually feels like they're pointed in a little bit. because you want the center toe, the middle toe, to really be that straight line with your ankle. And then most of us, we like push the hips really back to fold forward. Yeah? You want to keep the knees soft and the hips more in line with the ankles. So bring the weight forward so you feel it evenly across your foot. Lengthen the heart forward, then exhale, fold in. You can reach for opposite elbows. You can bring the hands to the ground. You can take a toe bind. You have 5 full breaths. Really let the back of the neck release. Like micro attention on your breath. There's so many other distractions in our world. Like hyper focus on it, especially if thoughts are pulling you elsewhere. Watch the breath grow. Watch it decrease on your exhale. Watch the effect it has on your physical body. If you have a bind with your hands, release it. Inhale, lift yourself halfway up. And I'm going to be a really big stickler about this. Stay halfway lifted, no more, no less, and take your hands to your hips. Knees are still soft. Don't lock your knees. Yeah? Finish your exhale here. Then inhale, come all the way up. Step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. And just walk back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, top of a plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. And then lower down to your forearms. We're actually going to lower down to knees from here. Keep your knees back a little bit. Yeah, they're not like so underneath you. Like just make sure your abs like are even just a little bit amount of work. That's fine. We'll take a little bit of work. So from here, nobody's going to panic. We're going to practice headstand, Sirsasana, letter A. Nobody has to stand on their head. We will all work the preparation for the pose, whether or not we choose to actually go up in the pose. I don't know that I'm going to choose to go up on camera. That's a lot of pressure. So we're here in our forearm plank, and then you're going to take the palms together. So try not to clasp the fingers. Like this is what we want to do as like a fear response, like hold on to ourselves. And this actually is not creating anything of value, anything more secure or stable for us. It's really like pulling us out of it. We especially do not want to round like that clasp around the back of the head. So like, you can see this, yeah? This is not what we do. We're gonna keep the wrists together just like we did in this pose here. Wrists stay together, and this whole back of the forearm and the back of the hand is gonna press really strongly into the ground. So this entire shape, like this whole spread of my body is what's pressing into the ground really strong. You guys have been holding this forearm plank this whole time. I'm sure you're doing great. Take your palms together, press the forearms down, like just like we press the feet into the ground at the front of the mat. So from here, curl the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips. Press down through the forearms. So like you're pressing back against the ground. Walk the feet in, lift the hips up. Now, if this is enough for you, that's totally fine. Yeah? Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back, press the forearms into the ground, maybe lift one leg and take 5 breaths, and then you take the other leg. If you want to try your headstand, if you know headstand, I hope you're already up. Like, go, do it. If you're new to it and you want to try it, you're gonna take your fingers starting at your nose. So 4 fingers starting at the tip of your nose, 4 more fingers, 4 more fingers. So 3 sets, yeah? 1, 2, 3. At the end of that line, there's like a really soft spot at the very top of your head, the very crown of your head. It's a pressure point in Chinese medicine. Feels kind of interesting when you press on it. That's the part of your head that you want on the ground. Not forward on your forehead, not further back. So forearms pressed down, wrists are together, lift the hips, walk your feet in, crown of the head comes down. This is also okay to stay right here, yeah? Press the forearms in. But I want you to notice, like, our tendency is to round the back here, and we really want to create that openness through the heart. I'm not going to do it. You guys have, like, already done it or not done it, I'm sure. You don't need to watch me do it. It's fine. But we want to create, we, like, instinctively want to round here to protect ourselves. And the way to create stability is to open up the heart and press through the forearms. So feel the shoulder blades hug down the back, just like we did in this shoulder stretch at the beginning of class. When you're done, come to child's pose, if you haven't already. And maybe you were listening to me that whole time for real. That's so cool if that was the case. And you want to try it a little bit more, that's fine. You have time. Maybe I'll do it for you. Cool, we all did headstands. I saw it, you guys all did it. Great job. Slowly come up from your child's. We're gonna set up for frog pose. So take your mat and roll it over, or fold it rather, long ways, like 1 or 2 times. So it's like long and skinny. You're gonna put your knees on the mat. And like our tendency here, the hips either are gonna wanna come forward or come back of the knees. Try and keep them right in line with the knees. So from here, you walk your knees wide, keeping the hips in line, again, not forward, not back, right in line with the knees. And ankles too, pay attention to your ankles. I'm okay with them coming further in if you're feeling tighter, but don't push them past your knees. Try and keep them in line with your knees. And once you've got to your level, like, let's say like 85%, so like you don't want to go 100%, that's too far. Just enough that it's putting some pressure on your inner thighs here. Then you're going to lower to your forearms and lower the heart down onto the ground, maybe lower onto a block. Forehead can also come to the ground. We're going to be here 10 full breaths. Last 3 all together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Deepest exhale yet. Let it go. Slowly start to lift yourself up. You can get out of it however you can get out of this pose. You can flop forward like a fish, wiggle out of it. You can slowly lift yourself up and inch your knees closer together. That's like the most respectable way. But nobody can see you, so you can get out however you want. And unfold your mat when you do. From hands and knees, we're going to take the opposite type of hip opener. So we just work the inner hip. We're going to work the outer hip now. So take the left knee a little further back. The right leg will come in front. Yeah? So knee is in line with knee, and you're going to open up the feet. So I'm gonna do it from this way so you get a little bit of a better angle. Yeah, left knee is back, right foot crosses in front, and you open up the feet to either side. If you know your hips are tight or if you suspect, take a block and get it ready because you will need to sit on it. Sit back between your feet, knee on top of knee. And then you feel it out. If you need the block, you need it. If you don't, you don't. Yeah? You want a nice natural curve in your low back. So if you find yourself sitting like this, that's a good sign you need a block. Sit up nice and tall. Hands to your heels. Press the heels into your hands just a little bit. Deep breath. Now your left leg is underneath. I'm saying that because maybe that's not true for you. That's true for me. Whatever leg is underneath, lift that arm up and take a side bend to the opposite side. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, fold forward. Now I encourage you to find your block or something to rest your forehead on. If you need to stack blocks, stack pillows, stack Harry Potter books, there's a bunch of them. We have 10 breaths here. Remember, your breath is connected to other people right now. Even if it's just you in your house, there are other people doing the same thing. Accept the support of that breath as much as you put out support with your breath. And if you find that you need more support, send that out with your breath. Because chances are other people need it more too, if you do. It's really slow. Inhale, lift yourself up. Come forward to your hands and knees. Uncross your legs. Shake it out. And you'll take the other side. So right leg comes back. Left foot forward. Crosses in front. Open the feet wide. And sit yourself back. You may have not needed a block on one side that you need on the other, or vice versa. It does not have to be the same. If a block under your hips is not really like, oh my gosh, the cat. If that's not really doing it for you, if you need more support, you can also put a block under your front knees. Give it something to lean into. Hands to the feet if you haven't already. Press the heels out just for a moment. And then whatever leg is underneath, that arm lifts up. So for me, it's right arm, side bend to the left. Inhale through center. Release the arm down. Exhale, fold. Create that place of support for your head to rest. 10 full breaths. All together, stay in the pose. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale to slowly come up. Come out of your pose. Come forward to hands and knees, or just uncross the legs. We're going to come to laying on our backs. Make sure you have a block or your Harry Potter book nearby. From lying on our backs, we're going to take a supported bridge pose. we're almost at the end of class, yeah? We're gonna take supported bridge, supine twist, and then we'll take our Savasana. That's your itinerary. So for your supported bridge, your feet are like just unreachable from your hands. So if your hands are by your side, you're trying to reach your heels, they're just out of reach here. They are hips width apart through your knees and your ankles. Take your block, press into your feet, lift your hips, and place the block underneath your sacrum. So it's like the sacrum is that triangle-shaped bone in your low back. So just to note, like this is where my sit bones are, and that is too far forward. Yeah, we want more support under the weight of the low back. So bringing it just underneath the sacrum. Yeah, and in the reverse direction. Yeah, if you're in the small of your back here, where you can feel the hip points falling off, that's too far up. So get it right in that sweet spot there. And if you want more, I would encourage you to not turn your block this way or this way. I would instead encourage you to stack your blocks or get more Harry Potter books. And if you do raise it up, you will likely have to like move it around because it changes the placement of your hips. Really supportive pose, really grounding. You're gonna stay here. I'm gonna come out of it and talk to you. So let your hips be really heavy, like super heavy into that support. And start to feel the space that you created in your body through practice. Particularly that repetitive circular flow creates that strong momentum that we've been talking about, and it clears out. It really like pushes a release. It gives like a little extra push. So just notice what space has cleared. And if you have an intention for class or an intention for this time in your life right now, you can really grow that with your breath. If you don't know what your intention is for right now, that's also fine too. I think a lot of us are trying to exist right now, and that's fine. You can allow yourself to clear out what you don't need without really knowing what's supposed to replace it. That's okay. Sometimes the things that come into our life as surprises in those moments are the sweetest. 5 more breaths. On your last breath here, take your exhale through your mouth. Open the mouth, big sigh, exhale, release. Then press your feet into the ground, lift your hips, take out your block or support, and lower the hips down to the mat. First, I want you to take your feet wide and let your knees knock together. And just feel a release in the low back. Heavy through the hips still. You're still laying down. And then after a moment there, you'll take the opposite. So feet in together and knees drop open wide. And then when you're ready, use your hands, hug your knees into your chest. Big squeeze. Take an easy twist so your arms will open wide to a T. Drop your knees to the right, gaze to the left. Big breath, inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale through center. One last final squeeze. Hug the knees in. And then straighten the legs out in front of you for Savasana. So feet are a little bit apart. Arms are slightly away from your body. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. Exhale, release, let it go. You can take as many of those big inhales and exhales as you need to let yourself really settle into your Savasana. But let your breath return to like a really small, efficient pattern. So it's like just the smallest amount of breath that you actually need. Nothing extra. No audible sound. It's just barely there. Let your body melt into the floor and take rest. I will call you out of Savasana altogether in a couple minutes, but give yourself a moment to settle. Without moving your body, slowly bring your attention, your focus back on your breath. And let it start to grow. Like, imagine it really literally growing to fill your body. Bigger and bigger, a little bit more each time. And when it gets to its fullest, at the very top of your breath, your fingers and your toes just like extend and start to wiggle with that breath. Really gradual reawakening. Let that movement grow, whatever way feels natural to you. Wrists, ankles, rocking the head side to side. Extend the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Draw the fingers away from the feet. Big breath. Exhale, release. Bring your knees in towards your chest and roll to your left side. You'll use your left arm as a pillow underneath you. Right arm crosses in front of your heart. Stay in this fetal position for a moment. The left side is the moon side, the heart side, the female side, the side of receptivity, courage, change, motion, creativity. Keep your belly really soft so your body is like really drapey, and press your hands into the floor to slowly lift yourself up. Find a comfortable seat. Hands will come in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. Take a few more breaths to send out that good supportive energy to those participating with you. And again, to receive that same energy, not just from the other people sending it to you, but also from yourself. That you hold that supportive power as well. With great love. Namaste. I don't think I said any of the announcements at the beginning of class that maybe I was supposed to. So if you did not get the chance to donate already, there is a donation link in the event. If you are broke, have lost income because of the coronavirus, if you are an essential worker who is still working right now, please do not feel any pressure to donate. This class is a small gift to you. Thank you. Yeah, this is for you. Money from this class will be donated to those affected by the coronavirus. Follow p.o.m.e, Product of My Environment, for more details on who they're supporting right now. p.o.m.e is an amazing company. Please support them, buy their amazing, comfortable, environmentally sustainable clothing. I guarantee you whatever money you spend at this company is going to be put right back into the community. So they're good people. You're good people. Thank you for coming. So much love for you guys. Have a great day. Night. Bye, YouTube.